Listen, ladies, good morning. Your content should be making you income, okay? It is 2026. We are getting older, not younger, okay? You should be getting paid every time you do something on these apps. We don't do nothing for free. So, if you're going live, good morning, posting pictures, stories, whatever. You should be building your business. You should be making income. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you are not doing that, we have to fix it today. Not tomorrow, not Monday, but today. I also want you guys to understand this. Good morning. You should be generating income while you're asleep. Yes, you should, okay? We are building wealth, all right? We are done with the rat race. We are done with hustle, 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 never sleep, 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 go, 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 go. That's very masculine, okay? We are feminine, divine feminines, okay? We should be generating income while we're asleep, all right? Everything should not be hustle, hustle, never sleep, okay? If you are not doing that, we have to fix it today, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. I also want you ladies to understand this. You only need one digital product in your store, just one. And that one digital product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How the hell do I know that? Because my digital product business changed my life. Ladies, when I first started my online business 6 years ago, I lost 100 pounds. And on my weight loss journey, I learned how to exercise, I learned how to eat right, and I fixed my mindset. Good morning. And I turned all that information that I learned into an ebook. And I started selling it to other women who also wanted to learn how to lose weight too. And I sold that on YouTube, okay? So anything your heart desires, I promise you, you can build a business around it and make money. But the problem with you is you live in fear. Ain't that a shame? Ain't that a shame? You live in fear. On my life, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. You are running away from your brilliant ideas. You are running away from your $1 million ideas because you're so fearful of failure. You're so fearful of looking stupid. You're so fearful of people talking about you, and that fear that you refuse to let go of is the very fear that's keeping you stuck. Fear is stealing your dream life from you because you've already done the manifestation board. You've already done the vision board. You already know what kind of house you want. You already know what you want your credit score to be. You already know what your dream car is. You already know where you want it to vacation at. You already know. You already know. But fear is stealing that life from you because you won't do it. You won't even try. So we have to let go of the fear today. Not tomorrow, not on Monday, but it has to start today. Because if not, year after year will go by, and year after year you will not live your dream life. Okay? Yes, fuck everything and run. Now what I want to know is who on this live is fed up of their own BS. If that is you, put me in the chat. And what I mean by that is you start and stop. You don't have any confidence in yourself. You keep telling yourself what you can't do and what's not going to work before you even try. You are tired of all of that. If that's you, go ahead and put me in the chat. I also want to know who on this live is fed up with living paycheck to paycheck. You've been there, you've done that, it's not fun, and you're ready for something different. If that is you, go ahead and put me in the chat. Good morning. And I also want to know who on this live has no clue as to what a digital product is. If you have no idea or you only know a little bit, go ahead and put me in the chat because I'm going to teach you. Good morning, Smile. Good morning, Lawrence. And for those of you guys who have never seen my face before, good morning. Happy Saturday. We are resetting once and for all. Good morning, Catherine. This morning, my name is Coach Jazz, by the way. And this morning, I'm going to be teaching you how to build your online business from scratch. From the very beginning. I don't care if you're tech savvy or not. Doesn't matter, because you're still going to build it, all right? But not only are we going to build our online business, most importantly, we're going to build ourselves. We're going to build our mindset. Yeah. We're going to build our confidence. We're going to build our consistency. We're going to build our follow through because you get in your own way. Yes, you do. You keep telling yourself what you can't do. You keep throwing pity parties for yourself. You keep venting and complaining and making excuses and wasting time. This is all you. This is you. So we have to fix it today, okay? Now, if I say anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, start double tapping the screen, ladies. The more we interact with this live, the more YouTube and TikTok will push this live out to more people. And believe it or not, a lot of women are fed up with their own BS too. They already got the resignation letter in the drafts, waiting to hit send, okay? So let's allow this live to find others like it found you. Also make sure you follow me so you don't lose me, because they do steal my videos. And then they're gonna make a fake account and turn around and message you. So don't get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled. And then last but not least, make sure you guys are taking notes. If I know anything about you, you are human, which means you are going to forget, because you always do. So take notes. The key word of this live, good morning, is execution. The key word of this live is execution, ladies. You're gonna hear me say this word about 1,000,000 times because I need it to stick in your pretty head. Hold on, I'm trying to turn the mirror off, there we go. I need it to stick in your pretty head because you never execute. You write stuff down, you talk about it, you hope about it, you manifest about it, but you never do it. In order to build our dream life, in order to become the version of ourselves who's consistent, who shows up, who loves herself and puts herself first without feeling guilty, she has to execute. She got to execute, okay? So we are going to be executing this morning. If you are ready, go ahead and put ready in the chat. Let me know, because if you are ready to learn, I am ready to teach. Go ahead and put ready in the chat, and let's do an affirmation real quick. We'll save that one for later. Let's do an affirmation real quick. I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. I believe in my dreams and my ability to achieve them. Ladies, I tell you this all the time. If you even thought the thought, if you even had the idea, that's because you can. All ideas come from God. God would not give you an idea that you couldn't do. But the problem is you don't listen. You hard-headed as hell, because he gave you about 50,000 ideas last year and you didn't do shit with them. Ain't did nothing. You can do whatever you want to do. There's no limitation to your greatness, but you're gonna have to execute. That's the only way it's gonna become a reality. Just like you gotta execute the job to get the paycheck, true or false. Okay. Business is no different. You have to do it, all right? Can somebody put ready in the chat? Let's go, let's go. Let me know that you are here, you are present, you are ready. Don't be shy. The more we interact with this live, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live out to more people. Don't be stingy on this beautiful Saturday. I celebrate both my small and big achievements. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Leslie. I celebrate both my small and big achievements. Ladies, when was the last time you told yourself you were proud of yourself? Some of y'all don't even know. That's the problem. That's the problem. I need you to start celebrating your big and small achievements. I don't care how small you think it is. Shit, maybe you woke up on time this morning, because normally you hit snooze. Celebrate it. Tell yourself good job. Okay? Thank you. Let's go ahead and get started. So what is a digital product and how will we build our online business? So a digital product is something you do not have physical possession of. So think of a movie on Netflix, good morning. Think of a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it in your possession. It's all out in the cloud, okay? You are going to create something to sell. And it could be anything. Please do not overthink. There is something that you already know how to do, and that's what you're gonna sell, okay? When I first started, you guys, I lost 100 pounds. I was very big, okay? And on my weight loss journey, I learned how to eat right, I learned how to exercise, and I fixed my mindset, and I put it in an ebook, teaching other women how to lose weight too, and I sold it on YouTube, okay? So whatever you know how to do, that's what you're gonna sell. And don't tell me you don't know how to do something, because that's a lie. You know how to do something, okay? Maybe you're a really good mother. You can make an ebook teaching people how to be better parents, okay? Whatever it is. And you don't have to do an ebook. You could do an e-course, workbooks, journals, affirmation guides. You could do private communities, whatever. Just get to selling, okay? Just get to selling. Now, I'm gonna give you guys 2 apps. And these apps will change your entire life if you use them. So you got to execute, okay? If you're ready for app number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. Let's go, let's go. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. We are building our online business from scratch. I'm going to teach you guys how to create the ebook, and I'm going to teach you how to sell it. But most importantly, I'm going to teach you how to build your confidence, your consistency, your follow through, your boundaries, your priorities. Okay. Good morning, good morning. App number 1, write it down. Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Good morning, write it down. Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Write it down, write it down, write it down. You will be using this app for everything. Everything, okay? So maybe you want to create content. You already know you want to be a content creator. Canva has thousands of Instagram Reel templates on there, all customizable to make everything look all pretty. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. I tell you guys every morning to start your channel. Maybe today you're going to listen. And you need thumbnails. Canva has thousands of thumbnails on there. And the thumbnails are just the pictures that you click on before you actually watch the video. This is what draws people's attention to your video. All of the creators are getting them off of Canva, okay? And then maybe you do want to sell an ebook, and that's what I'm going to teach you how to make this morning. But you want to make it look all professional. Put your branding on it, logo, all of the things. Canva has thousands of ebook templates on there, okay? Very simple to use. So that's Canva. Before we get into app number 2, I want to speak to the woman on this live who lives in fear. I know you on here somewhere. I'm not sure which live you on, but you on one of these lives. We already said fear stands for fuck everything and run, and you're ready to run away. We didn't even get started. And you're already trying to tell yourself what you can't do and what's not going to work. You're saying things to yourself like, Jazz, this sounds great, but I'm not tech savvy. What if it's too late for me? I'm too old. Niche the nurse, she said that to me. Let me explain something to you. What I need you to understand is you woke up this morning. That is a blessing. Every day that you are blessed with another day means you have another opportunity to work on your goals. So use it. Until you are 6 feet under, it is never too late to start your online business. Number 2, you are very, very tech savvy. You never give yourself credit because you are on these apps all day. You're on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. You are everywhere all day, liking and commenting, swiping, sharing, and archiving. That takes tech savviness. So you will use the same tech savviness that you already have and build your online business. And number 3, for those of you guys who think you're too old, what did we just say? We are going to sell our knowledge. So for those of you guys who are older, that means you have a lot of knowledge. You have a lot of wisdom, which means you have a lot of things that you could sell. So get to selling. Okay? If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. Good morning, good morning. If you're ready for app number 2, put a 2 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. It's okay to leave my comfort zone. It's okay to leave my comfort zone. Ladies, let me tell you something about growth. Let me tell you something about some growth. Ain't no growth in that comfort zone. There's no better life there. You have already checked. You have looked under the bed. You have looked in the refrigerator. There's no growth there. The better life is not where you're at. It is outside of the comfort zone. Every day that you choose not to leave that comfort zone is another day that you could have been living closer to your goals, but you chose not to because you don't want to be uncomfortable. Life is give and take, ladies. You can't have it all. In order to get something, you have to give something up. In order to get a business, you're going to have to stop making excuses. In order to build some confidence, you're going to have to stop giving up on yourself. We got to get out that comfort zone and fast. You were supposed to have left 10 years ago. You're still hanging out in the same places, doing the same things. App number 2, ChatGPT. Good morning, hi Sadidi. App number 2, ChatGPT. Write it down. Write it down. This is AI, by the way. Now, Chat does have a premium version, which is $20 a month, but you don't need it. Everything that we're talking about, you can use on free, okay? So you'll pay nothing. It's free. Good morning. Make sure you write this down. Now, you will be using AI, ChatGPT, for everything, okay? So maybe you want to start your online business, you want to create content, but you're not too sure what kind of videos to make. Fine, ask Chat, he'll tell you. Maybe you do want to start a YouTube channel, but you're camera shy and you're just not too sure what to say in the videos. Good morning. ChatGPT will script the entire video for you from beginning to end. Now all you gotta do is say the words. This is life on easy mode, okay? Let's go. And maybe you do want to sell an ebook, and that's what I'm going to teach you guys how to do this morning, but you're not too sure what to put in the book. What if I told you ChatGPT will write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end in under 30 seconds? Ladies, it has never been easier than today to build your online business, okay? Now, I gave you Canva and I gave you Chat. We're going to put it together and write it. If you're ready for if you're ready for prompt number 1, put a 1 in the chat. Good morning, good morning. If you're ready for prompt number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz. We are building our online business. I hope y'all are taking notes because I'm about to give you prompt number 1. The keyword of this live is execution. Well, how the heck can we execute something if we don't even know what to do? Because one thing I know about you is you're gonna forget. You always do. Stop acting brand new. So if you write it down, if you take your notes, anything I say that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to your notes and get it done, okay? Also, make sure you guys are liking and sharing the live. The more we interact, the more TikTok will push it to more people. A lot of women are tired of their own BS. Let's go. Prompt number 1, you're gonna open up Chat in the search, you're gonna type this in, here we go. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Good morning, good morning. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you've got that, got that in chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. How can we execute when we know what we're doing? And don't you dare wait 10 minutes into the live and be like, Coach Jazz, can you repeat prompt number 1? No. No, I cannot. Because you could have had it repeated now, but you chose not to, which is fine. But that just shows me you don't really care. And you don't have to, but then if you don't care, why should I? Make it make sense. Go ahead and put got that in the chat. I'll wait for y'all. Let's do an affirmation. I know that I have the power to make my dreams come true. I know that I have the power to make my dreams come true. Absolutely. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Thank you, Rodney. These are veneers. These are veneers. Thank you, thank you. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solve a problem. You're gonna hit enter. Y'all got all that? Let's go, let's go. Do we got it? Do we got it? Do we got it? Yes, I have the power to make my dreams come true, but the problem is you live in fear. The problem is you don't think you're worthy of happiness, success, and wealth. The problem is you don't set any boundaries. So you let people walk all over you and let them degrade your self-respect. The problem is you don't know how to tell people no. You're always doing for any and everybody, but you never do for yourself. That's why the dreams aren't coming true. Because you doing everything for everyone else and you're never doing anything for you. We gotta fix it. We gotta fix it. All right, you're gonna hit enter. Yes, give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solve a problem. Hit enter. Now, before we move forward, write this word down. Consistent. She said, who don't? I tell a lot of motherfuckers, no, good. You need to start saying that word every day. No. Consistent. Write this down. In 2026, we are going to lock in on the true definition of the word consistent because, believe it or not, a lot of y'all are very confused. So I'm going to go ahead and unconfuse you. Some of y'all think consistent means once in a while. If I feel like it, if I have time. No. Consistent means more often than not. So if there are 7 days in a week, consistent means 4 out of the 7. Ladies, anything that you want to accomplish, you are going to have to be consistent. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. In order for you to consistently get a paycheck every 2 weeks, don't you have to consistently go to work? Meaning you go to work more often than not, right? Okay. Well, ladies, running a business and reaching any of your goals is no different. If you want to get a degree, you have to consistently do what? Read the material, study for the test, and pass the class. I don't know why we think that does not apply to business and to content. No, we have to be consistent. Now, let's make consistency easy, okay? Because life is hard enough. The bills is coming in, life is lifing, and stress is stressing. Okay, let's make it easy. Ladies, it is so much easier for you to be consistent when you choose something off of the list that chat gave you that you truly have a passion for. I want you to go through that list and ask yourself, which things would I love to talk about all day, every day, if I could? I want you to love that idea so much that you would drive your husband, because you won't shut up about it. You would drive him crazy. That's how you know that is the idea for you. Ladies, I am trying to help you build a life of purpose, okay? Let me tell you what it's like to wake up every single day doing what you love to do. You have this new energy, this new aura on you, this happiness, this glow. It radiates through you because you are internally extremely happy with your life. And in order to do that, we have to do things every day that we truly love to do. See, when your day consists of nothing but things that you hate, no wonder you feel depressed, because you're not doing anything that makes you feel good. So let's fix that. Choose an idea that you truly love. It is 2026. You can monetize anything. I don't care how stupid you think it is. I'm here to tell you it's not. You see people all day doing the darndest things, making millions. Stop playing. Now, if chat gave you 10 things and you don't like none of the things it gave you, good morning. Ask for 10 more and keep asking for ideas until it gives you something you want to use. To my ladies who have lost weight, I have lost 100 pounds. You know this to be true. Isn't it so much easier to consistently eat healthy meals when you eat meals that you like? Yes. Yes, it is. Isn't it so much easier to consistently stay active when you do activities that you truly love? Yes. Yes, it is. So please, choose something that you love. It's really that simple. Okay? Now, before we move into prompt number 2, write this down. This is critical. This is critical. If you don't remember anything else I say to you this morning, you better remember this. Write it down. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solve a problem. Okay, write this down. Money flows where energy goes. Write that down. Money flows where energy goes. Money flows where energy goes. If you are anything like who I used to be, you are giving all of your energy to any and everybody. You are an energy vending machine. You are giving all of your energy to your husband, your partner, your boyfriend, your sneaky link. You are giving all of your energy to your kids. You're giving all your energy to your family. You're giving all your energy to your job, your career, your coworkers. You're giving all your energy to your friends. You're giving all your energy to your celebrity drama. And by the time you sit down ready to work on something for yourself, you can't, because you don't have any energy left, because you gave it all away. And 9 times out of 10, if you are feeling drained, frustrated, and depleted, it's because you are giving your energy to people who do not even reciprocate it back to you. Because if they truly reciprocate the energy back to you, you wouldn't feel drained, defeated, and depleted. But you do, because they're taking and you're giving, and they're not giving anything back. Moving forward, we are going to start telling people no. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to work on your business. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to do something for yourself for once. It does not make you a bad friend because you don't want to sit there and listen to her problems. It makes you human. I need you to start telling people no. And no is a complete sentence. It doesn't need to be explained. The answer is no. And you are going to say no with your chest and not feel bad about it. No, I cannot loan you any money. That is money I could be using for my business. No, I cannot give you a ride. That is time I could be using for my business. No, I cannot sit here and listen to your problems. I got to fix my own. When you start telling people no, now you have more energy for yourself, okay? Now, I'm not sitting here telling you that you shouldn't put your kids first, but what I am telling you is you matter too. Your happiness is important too. And a lot of y'all are trying to pour into cups, and your cup has been empty for years. I need you to start telling people no. Money flows where energy goes. Don't you ever forget it. Because when you start putting more energy into your business and reaching your goals, they actually start to happen. I can't make this up, ladies, okay? No. All right, prompt number 2. Once you choose a digital product idea, you will type this in. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Good morning. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you've got that, put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Closed mouths don't get fed. Also, if I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen. YouTube, thumbs up. The more we interact with these lives, TikTok and YouTube will push the live out to more women who are tired of their own BS. They're tired of not having confidence too. They're tired of calling themselves stupid too. Just like this live found you, let's allow it to find others. Okay, I need to see some got that's in this chat. Let me know that you're here, you are present. I have a positive impact on the world. I have a positive impact on the world. Ladies, you would be surprised how many people you're able to help just because you decided to stop living in fear and post your damn video. There are people all over this world who need you. You have a solution to their problem. They really need you, but you won't get out your head. You want everything to be so damn perfect, and you're not posting. Yes, I have a positive impact on the world. Yes, I can, Missy. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz. We are building our online business this morning, but most importantly, we're building ourselves. We're gonna build our confidence, our follow through, our discipline. The reason why you're struggling with confidence, lack thereof, is because you never keep the promises that you make to yourself. Every single time you tell yourself you're gonna do something, you don't. You have told yourself for years that you were gonna lose weight, and the weight's still hanging on because you're not eating right, you're not moving your body. You continuously break the promises that you make to yourself. What you are doing is telling yourself that you're not worth it. That's what you're doing. Actions speak louder than words. Why does that always apply to other people, but it never wants to apply to ourselves? You're telling yourself that you love yourself and that you value yourself, but your actions show something different because you never put yourself first. You never tell yourself you're amazing. You never tell people no. And then you wonder why you feel the way you feel. We got to start keeping the promises we make to ourselves. It's not up for discussion. That's mandatory. If you told yourself you were going to run a business, then start the damn business. If you told yourself you were going to lose weight, then lose the weight. If you told yourself you were going to save money, then save the money. This has got to stop. Okay? All right. You're going to copy and paste, or you're going to hit enter. And when you hit enter, it wrote the ebook for you. It completely wrote it for you. Now all you have to do is copy and paste. That is it. So you will copy what chat gave you and you will paste it into Canva. So in the Canva app, in the search bar, type in ebooks, hit enter. It's going to give you thousands of templates. Pick your most favorite one. They are all 1000% customizable. Okay? You will copy and paste. Copy and paste. Now for my ladies who love to overthink, you overthink from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, and it drives you crazy and nothing gets done. Write this down. KISS, K-I-S-S. This is an acronym, and it stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Keep it simple, silly. Stop overthinking. Just make sure the ebook is clean, simple, legible. That's it. That is it. Okay? When you are done copying and pasting, and you love the way it looks, you will download it, good morning, as a PDF file. PDF. You will then upload, good morning, beauty. You will upload that file to your hosting site. Y'all better be writing this down because I am giving y'all the tea. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. These are some of the most popular hosting sites. Yes, there are plenty more out there. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Write it down. And you only need one. You don't need to put your product on all. Just choose one, okay? Good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, my name is Coach Jazz. Do y'all have all of this before we move forward? Before we move forward, Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. These are some of the most popular hosting sites, okay? Let me get some got that's in the chat, please. Y'all a little quiet this morning. My self-worth grows every time I show love to myself. Good morning. My self-worth grows every time I show love for myself. Well, Jazz, how can I start showing love for myself so that I can start having more self-worth? Okay, let's talk about it. Are you eating healthy foods? Are you getting some exercise? Are you prioritizing your sleep and getting 8 hours of sleep, or are you scrolling on social media all night then wondering why you're tired the next day? Can we set a bedtime? Are you drinking your gallon of water, or are you still drinking soda all day? Oh. I need us to start acting like we love ourselves. Do you let people talk to you crazy, or do you cut them off when they start disrespecting you? Are you still in friendships where they're never reciprocating, or did you cut those off? Because if you're still hanging out with people who never pour into you and you're the ones always pouring, that's a problem. You are lowering your self-worth because you are worthy of reciprocity. This is how we grow our self-worth. This is how we improve that, by acting like we give a damn about ourselves. Good morning. Good morning. All right, very good. Y'all got this. Okay, now listen. The beauty of having a coach and having a mentor is they teach you things to do. Good morning. They teach you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences. Ladies, I have been a full-time entrepreneur for 6 years. Made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, a laptop, and some damn Wi-Fi. But I would be lying to you if I did not tell you that I also made a lot of mistakes along the way. Oh yeah, lots of mistakes. But one of the biggest lessons I learned in entrepreneurship, and this is also life advice, ladies, we have got to get a handle on our finances. Yes, we do. Because the version of you who loves herself, who's running her business, who's confident, who doesn't care what people think, who's living life on her terms, who's pouring into herself, she also knows her money. She's also on a budget. She knows how much money is coming in versus how much is coming out. She knows how to tell herself no. We have got to get a handle on our finances. See, a lot of times people think that the reason they're living paycheck to paycheck is just because they don't make enough money. A lot of times, the reason why people are living paycheck to paycheck is because they live above their means. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Your problems do not fix themselves. They just get worse. I never used to understand how people could make so much money and be so broke until that became my reality. I was paycheck to paycheck when I had my 9 to 5, and I just thought, well, if I just make more money, then that problem will just go away. No, It got worse because the more money I made, the more money I spent. And month after month, my account was overdrawn, no matter how much money I made. I had to put myself on a budget. I had to learn financial literacy. I had to learn how to tell myself no. I had to learn how to save some money. Ladies, we got to get a handle on our finances. And the reason why I am telling you this is because you're stepping into entrepreneurship. And we're not going to sit here and act like stuff is free. We are grown women. We know nothing in this world is free. We know this. And these hosting sites have fees. And don't try to run away. Well, Jazz, I ain't got no money. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because you are at Chipotle every day, spending $25 on a bowl because you got to have extra chicken and queso. You were at Chick-fil-A. You were at McDonald's. You were on TikTok Shop, Shein, and Temu. You got money. We got to put ourselves on a budget. These hosting sites have fees. It ain't no different. Now, I use Stan Store. I love Stan. Stan is great, but Stan is very expensive. Stan Store is $99 a month. That is very high if your business is not making that. If you are brand new to all of this, which is fine because we all had day ones, then I don't want you on Stan Store. That's not for you right now. Instead, I want you to go on Gumroad, Gumroad. Because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% for every sale. So until you make money, you don't have to spend it. Now, I already know you're gonna make money. How do I know that? Because you're taking notes, you're asking questions, and you promised me you were gonna execute. So when you do start making money, then I want you to transfer everything up to Stan Store later. Because Stan Store has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Ladies, let me tell you what's going on in the world of finance. People today love buy now, pay later. It is taking over. Afterpay, Klarna, Sezzle, Affirm, QuadPay. People are using buy now, pay later than they are credit cards. And no, it is not just poor people because six-figure earners are also using it. So it doesn't matter how much they're making, they're using it. And if you have a buy now, pay later option on your site, I promise you, you will make more. But for now, you will start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad, you will build your business, and then you will transfer everything over to Stan Store later. Okay? All right, cool. So what we just did was we just made the ebook. We took Canva, we took ChatGPT, we put it together and we wrote it. But now we have to sell it. We got to sell it, ladies. I'm going to be honest. Sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half. So we have to get this right, or there won't be a business. But before we get into sales, I need to make something crystal clear to you. That process of copying and pasting and making that ebook that we just did, that process should not take you longer than 2 hours. 2 hours, that's it. That's it. And honestly, it shouldn't take you longer than 1. But I'm gonna give you some grace and I'm gonna give you 2. And on this live, I don't care how old you are. I don't give a damn. Age ain't nothing but a number over here. Because what you're not gonna do is try to convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words. No, it does not. And you know how to copy and paste because you're copying and pasting link reels all day, sending them into the group chats. You know how to copy and paste. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words, then we have a serious problem. One problem that you might be experiencing, and I used to be guilty of this too, this is how I know, you want to be perfect. You're a perfectionist, right? So everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You are the woman who will waste 6 months of her life that she will never get back just to overthink her brilliant idea. Then when you do decide to start, you're going to take things out, put things back, overanalyze, have OCD, overthink, and give up again. Then you're going to let 3 more months go by that you do not get back just to try to be perfect so damn bad. And then when you do decide to get started yet again, this time you're going to go ask 20 people what they think you should do with your business. And the crazy thing is, these people that you're asking, they don't even run a business. And these aren't even people you would trade lives with. But for some reason, you care so much about what people think. And then when they do give you their opinion, you listen. Next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you ain't did shit but waste precious time that you will never get back. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Listen. Samantha said, you ain't lying. Listen, I need to hold your hand when I say this to you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but sometimes that's just what I do best. Ma'am, you are not perfect at all. I am not perfect at all. Nobody is. We are all perfectly imperfect. See, what you really are is scary. You're still living in fear. And what did I say? On this live, fear stands for fuck everything and run. And that's what you're doing. You are running away from your brilliant ideas. You are running away from your $1 million ideas because you're so fearful of failing. You're so fearful of people talking about you. You're so fearful of looking stupid. And all of these fears that you have are stealing your dream life from you. You have already made the vision board. You have already hoped about it. You have already talked about it. You know what kind of house you want. You already know what kind of life you want. But you won't let go of the fear, and you let fear steal the dreams from you year after year. And if you want to dig even deeper, the reason why we hold on to this fear so hard is because we are self-sabotaging. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because our fragile egos cannot handle feeling disappointed in ourselves if it doesn't work out the way we want. You couldn't handle the idea of putting yourself out there, trying something new, and it failing, and now you feel disappointed in yourself. So to protect yourself from that feeling of disappointment and shame, you make all of these excuses, you hold on to all of this fear, you do all this procrastinating crap to avoid feeling disappointed. That is self-sabotage. This is self. You are doing this to yourself. You are getting in your own way. But you already told me that you hate your job. You said you were tired of living paycheck to paycheck. You said you were tired of your own BS, always starting and stopping and giving up. You're tired of not having confidence. That's what you said. But you live like that every day. And every day that you live like that, you are still living in disappointment because there are still things about your life that you are not 1000% happy with. Ladies, on this live, we're fixing it. I'm trying to help you fix it. Not talk about it, but fix it. But how can we fix it if we don't change? You're gonna have to change. You don't have a choice. How can we bring more money into the house and stop living paycheck to paycheck if our business isn't making money because we don't have anything to sell? We can't. Customers can't buy your stuff if there's no stuff. You are going to have to launch the product as is. How can we build confidence in ourselves if we keep giving up on ourselves? We can't. It's not going to work. So you're going to have to fix it. You're going to have to actually put it out like you said you were going to do years ago. It will never be perfect, no matter how hard you try. So just stop. Stop wasting time that you will never get back. And I need you to understand and understand that the more you do it, the better it will get. Ladies, the more products you put out, the better they'll get along the way. The more content you post, the better the content will get along the way. But you gotta launch, you gotta start. You don't have a choice, or you can continue living the way you're living and watching from the sidelines and hoping and manifesting for something that's never going to happen because you won't execute. You got to launch. Ladies, all of our favorite businesses that we spend our hard-earned money with today have gotten better along the way. Look at Netflix. They didn't always have a fancy Netflix app. They weren't always doing comedy specials with Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart. They didn't always have their own original movies and series, and they damn sure weren't doing pay-per-view with WWE. Years ago, before COVID, you used to have to go on their website, netflix.com. You had to make a list of all the movies you wanted to see, and these were not their originals. These were movies that were once in theaters. They would mail you a DVD off of your list. You could watch it as many times as you wanted, and when you were ready for the next movie off that list, you had to mail that one back. They didn't wait for all the funding. They didn't wait for the latest technology. They worked with what they had. And every day, as they kept working on their business, the business got better and better and better. And now, they're doing what you know them to be doing today. So I don't know why you think that you can skip all that messy middle and that you're above Netflix, but we're gonna have to reel that ego on in just a little bit. Reel it on in. Because if Netflix had to launch what they had, I don't know why you think you don't. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you're distracted as fuck. I already know that I am not the coach for everybody. And I have accepted that because believe it or not, most people don't want the truth. No, they don't. No, they don't. I'm sure you have a friend like that. You'll tell them the truth. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They keep going with the same problem over and over and over again. That's you. But I'm going to tell you about yourself so that way you can fix it. See, when you get off of work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you make to yourself and building your confidence, but you'd rather not. You'd rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and their drama. On the weekends, when you do have time off from work, you could work on the business and reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you make to yourself, but you'd rather not. You would rather sit on the couch and binge watch Netflix and Hulu for hours. Late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on the business and reaching the goals, keeping the promises that you made to yourself so you can finally have some confidence in yourself, but you'd rather not. You'd rather scroll on social media for hours, laughing at funny videos and sharing them back and forth in the group chats. And the reason why we have all of these distractions in the first place is because we're trying to escape. This is escapism. And the reason that we're trying to escape is because there are things about our life that we are not 1000% happy with. And instead of you being a grown woman and fixing it, you would rather run from it. But let's take a new path. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Obviously, you're not happy with the results you're getting because you're here. So let's fix it. Instead of trying to escape a life that we are not 1000% happy with, what if we just lock in and build a life that we never feel the need to escape from? Yeah. So this is what I want you to do today, not tomorrow, not Monday. No, it's a new year, new me. That's what you said. 2026 is going to be a year. Here we go. Let's see. Today, I want you to turn the TV off. Put the phone on do not disturb. Tell your friends you will talk to them later. You are building your dream life. You are going to sit down at home. No, you don't need to go to Starbucks because you get distracted there. You're going to start your ebook and you're going to finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week because we already know how you do. You never come back. You're going to start it and you're going to finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of these instructions, then go ahead and put clear in the chat, because respectfully, there is no point in talking about sales if you don't have anything to sell. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. We are building our online business and we're about to talk about sales. Let me know that we are clear, please. Let's do an affirmation. This moment is shaping me into a strong version of myself. This moment is shaping me into a strong version of myself. Very good. There's a reason why I showed up on your For You page today. There's a reason, okay? And it's because you know you have some issue with you that's holding you back. And now we're talking about it and we're going to fix it. And we're going to execute what we're talking about. I cannot stress this enough. The way you feel about yourself determines how you show up for yourself. So when you feel negatively about yourself, you show up negatively for yourself. This is a confidence thing more than anything else. Society has taught us that we should not believe in ourselves. You don't want to be too arrogant. You don't want to be cocky and conceited. You don't want to be a narcissist. So they always tell you to shrink. Don't talk about your good qualities. That's being arrogant. No, it's not. No, it is not. Because when you feel insecure, you get nothing done because you don't even feel like you're worthy of it. We gotta fix what's going on in our pretty heads because we are holding ourselves back. I cannot stress this enough. You can have all the goals in the world, but if you do not have the confidence to truly believe that you can do it, they're just gonna continue to be dreams because you're never going to do it. So we have to fix our headspace. We don't have a choice, okay? Now sales, I told y'all earlier, sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half. So we gotta get this right or there won't be a business. But I also gotta be honest, sales, this part right here is where most people fail. They fail at sales. She said such things could be only dreamed about, but you can do it. People fail at sales, okay? And it's not because sales is hard, because I know some of y'all freaking out. No, sales is not hard. Sales is actually very easy, but people's mindset and the things they think about sales is what makes sales so hard for them. So in order to sell something, we have to fix our mindset around sales. Some of y'all believe that if you talk about your product too much, you're being annoying. Well, Jazz, I don't want people to unfollow me. What if people think I'm begging them for money? Okay, let's get a few things straight. First of all, selling is not begging. Selling is solving. People have a problem, you have a solution. That is it. You are not begging anyone for anything. So get that out of your head. Let it go. That is not true. Number two, people today have their own lives, okay? People are not thinking about you. People got stress, they got work, they got all these things, kids, family. People are being bombarded with content all day long. They are going to forget about you. You have to consistently remind people about your products and services so that it can remember that you exist, because otherwise they will forget. Ladies, why do you think I keep telling you guys to take notes on this live? Because I already know you're gonna forget. So if you write it down, you can still execute. Why do you think I keep reminding you that the key word of this live is execution? You have heard me say that word about 50 times so far. Why do I keep repeating myself? Because I need it to stick in your head so that you don't forget. Not only are you taking notes, but you gotta do it. You don't have a choice but to remind people consistently about your products and services so they can remember. That's what it is. Because they're gonna forget. All of your favorite businesses remind you consistently that they exist. Look at Amazon. We all know who they are. We all got the memo. And most of us are Prime members, meaning we pay a monthly subscription for 2-day, 1-day, and same-day shipping. So even though everyone knows who Amazon is, and most of us spend money with Amazon, they still remind you consistently that they exist. How? Those Amazon trucks. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing their truck. They could have left them white. They didn't have to paint them blue and put their logo on it, but they did it for a reason. Why? So that every time you see one of their trucks, your brain thinks Amazon. You can't even go down a neighborhood, enter into a mailroom, or go into an office suite without seeing Amazon packages all over the place. They could have left those cardboard boxes blank. They didn't have to put their logo on the shipping tape, but they did. Why? So that every time you see one of their packages, which is multiple times a day, your brain thinks Amazon. Do you really think they're concerned about you thinking they're being annoying and trying to beg you for money? You really think they think that? Please. No. They know you're not going anywhere because they know they have a solution to your problem. You're lazy and you want convenience, and we all do. And because they know that, they continue to promote and they continue to get our money. Because best believe, you ain't turn off that subscription because you want that 2-day, 1-day, and same day shipping. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I've been on the internet for 6 years. You might have found me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads. I'm all over the place. How is it that I'm able to show up consistently and tell people about Glow Up Academy and not worrying about people thinking I'm being annoying or begging them for money or unfollowing me because I'm talking too much? How am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. People want to learn how to build their online business. I teach them that alongside Glow Up Academy. People want to become more confident and follow through and become more disciplined so they actually get the stuff done. I teach them that all inside of Glow Up Academy. People want to learn how to set boundaries and put themselves first and not feel bad about it. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. If people unfollow me because I'm being annoying, I don't care. They weren't ready to glow up, and that's okay. They'll come back when they're ready. They always do. And because I have that energy with my products and services, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy with their products and services, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you are going to have the same energy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? All right. If you're ready for sales tip number 1, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz, and we are building our online business from scratch. If I say anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, please double tap the screen. The more we like, comment, and share, the more this live will get pushed to more people. Okay? And I do want to address the elephant in the room real quick. Failing. Some of y'all want an online business. Good morning. You know you want an online business. You know you want to be a content creator. You know all of the things. But you are terrified of failing. And that word has you in a chokehold. Okay. What I need you to understand is a lot of you guys are confused as to what failing even means. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. See, some of y'all think failing means you make your first YouTube video, and if you don't get 50,000 subscribers in 7 days, then you failed. Some of y'all think that if you launch your first ebook and you're not a millionaire in 30 days, then you failed. Some of y'all are really out here thinking that if you post your TikTok videos, you don't get 10,000 views in an hour, then you failed. But that's not failing. See, failing only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel and you say, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I give up. I'm done. I quit. Well, then that is when you have officially failed. But if every single day you commit to just doing something big or small towards the goal every single day, that's not failing. Maybe yesterday you made a whole bunch of excuses. Well, how about today you don't? Maybe yesterday you thought about making content. How about today you record a 30-second video and tomorrow you hit upload? Maybe yesterday you didn't drink any water. How about today you do? Every day that we commit to just doing something, no matter how big or how small, we're still going, we're still committed, we're still trying. That's not failing because you didn't quit. And if you want to dig even deeper, the reason why we have these fears of failure, honestly, let's just be real. You're entitled. This is entitlement, okay? A lot of times people think kids and children are entitled, but adults are entitled too, Okay, and we live in an entitled society, and you have pulled a number out of thin air as to when you think something should take place. And you have become entitled and fixated on that result, failing to realize that if you consistently keep doing it, eventually you'll get there. You have convinced yourself that if you can't be a millionaire in 7 days, and that's because you failed. But my question is, who told you that? Why do you think that it only takes 7 days to become a millionaire? Why do we think this? Some people really think that if they can't lose 50 pounds in 2 days, then they're failing in their weight loss journey. It took you longer than 2 days to gain 50 pounds. This is all entitlement. To my ladies on this live who have lost weight, I've lost over 100 pounds. You know this is true. If you consistently eat less food and you consistently move your body, won't you eventually get to your goal weight? Yes. Yes, you will. To my ladies who have built their credit, you know this is true. If you consistently pay down your credit card balances and you consistently pay your bills on time that report to the credit bureau, won't you eventually get the credit score that you want? Yes. Yes, you will. Business is no different. If you consistently show up and consistently post, you will eventually get to the dollar amount that you're looking for. It's inevitable because you won't give up. So for those of you guys who are so afraid to fail, just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, then you didn't fail. And now you have nothing to worry about. Okay? All right, cool. Great. Consider no flour or dairy for 2 weeks. Yes, I've been plant-based for 3 years. Amen, amen to plant-based diets. Yes, no dairy, no seafood, no animal product, no none of that. Okay? Your face will clear up, the weight will fall off, you'll feel better, you'll be more energized. I can't make this up. Eat your fruits and veggies and stay away from that damn dairy. It's just gonna make you gassy. All right, sales tip number 1, write this down. Content is king, thank you, and distribution is queen. Content is king and distribution is queen. Let's break this down so it makes sense, okay? Let's start with the top part. Content is king. Okay. We are going to be posting content to get the word out about our products and services, okay? So content is pictures, story, posts, reels, long form YouTube videos, if you go live streaming, if you're on threads and you're typing posts like Facebook, Twitter, all of that is content, okay? And that's how we're gonna let people know about our products and services and how we can help them. But we already know people forget. So we have to post content consistently to remind people so they remember, okay? Now, we said consistent means more often than not, so at least 4 out of 7 days a week. Now, before you freak out, some of you guys are not posting at all because maybe you're camera shy or you just decided last week you wanted to run a business, whatever. We're gonna crawl before we walk. We're gonna walk before we run. If you are not posting at all, maybe you're camera shy, I want you to focus on recording yourself in front of the camera, but not to post. So multiple times a day, take 30 seconds, a minute, 5 minutes, whatever time you got, and just sit in front of the camera and talk to it. Because the more you get in front of the camera and talk to the camera, the more comfortable you will feel, okay? And don't tell me you don't have time to do that because you got time to watch this live. And I'm typically on live for 2 hours. So you got time. And you'll do that multiple times a day. And then once you get comfortable with being in front of the camera, now we're gonna commit to posting 1 video a week. 30 seconds, it doesn't have to be that long. And then once you get comfortable with that, we're gonna up it to 2, and so on and so forth. So we crawl before we walk, and we walk before we run. Now the distribution is queen part. Not only will we be posting consistently, I also need us to be building at least 3 platforms. We gotta build 3. Why? Because 1 is too close to none. Like that 1 income you have at that 1 job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You would be freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay them bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it, like they were trying to do this time last year, what would you do? You would be freaking out, like all of the other TikTokers who only had a TikTok account. I always teach my students, we have got to stay proactive so we are not reactive. In other words, we got to stay ready so we never have to get ready. Now, which platform should you grow? That's 1000% up to you. You got a lot of options, okay? I always suggest starting with the platform you're always on. So if you're always on TikTok, start TikTok. Obviously, you like this app so much because you're always here. And then just choose 2 more. And no, it's not hard to build 3. The same exact video that you post on TikTok, you'll throw it on YouTube, Instagram, whatever. It takes an extra 5 minutes. I do it all day. Get out your head. Now, let me tell you this in case you didn't know. Good morning. YouTube is the most watched platform. It is not TikTok. There are more people watching YouTube than cable TV. So I am going to always urge and encourage my students to start their YouTube channel. Okay? If everybody is on YouTube, start your YouTube. Okay? Now, before we get into sales tip number 2, I want to speak to the woman on here who is living in fear still. She's quiet. She's taking her notes, but she is in her head. And she's saying things like, Jazz, this sounds great. I would love an online business. I really would. But I don't know. You're telling me to make an ebook? You're telling me to post consistently? You're telling me to start a YouTube channel? That sounds really hard. Okay. Let me talk to you. Before you run away, like you always do, just listen. First of all, what I want you to know is this. I can't convince you of anything. I don't have the power to. So if you want to believe that posting content consistently is hard, then fine. Your feelings are valid. You're right. It's hard. If you want to believe that making an ebook that ChatGPT will write for you is hard, then you're right. It's hard. But I do want to remind you of this. The life that you're currently living is hard. Knowing that you're meant for more and not living it is hard. Crying every day because you are so upset with the way your life is going right now is hard. Going to a job that you absolutely hate is hard. And you do that every day. And that's what fear will do. Fear will convince you that you can't do any of this. And fear will have you thinking that you're not even worthy of it. And you let it. Year after year, you had dreams and goals and you let fear steal them from you. You have already done the vision board. You have already done all the manifestation work. And you still let fear steal it from you because you won't even try. You keep talking yourself out of things that you haven't even tried. One thing that I've noticed, and I used to be guilty of this too, we never want to give ourselves credit where credit is due. Ladies, when was the last time you told yourself that you were proud of yourself? Some of y'all don't even know. And that's a problem because there were things that took place in your life because nobody's life is perfect. And in those moments, you did not think you would be able to overcome it. You did not think you'd be able to get out of it. And you did, because you're still here today. And despite everything that you've gone through, that you overcame, you are doubting your abilities to record a 20-second TikTok video that you can post faceless. You are doubting your abilities to copy some words and paste it into a pre-made Canva template. Really, ladies? Really? Our confidence is that low that we don't even think we can do that. And look at all the things you have already done. Some of y'all are freaking superwoman, and you're letting fear make you think that you can't even do this. And that's a problem. Lack of confidence. No self-belief whatsoever. And look, I don't have to convince you of this because you can see this for yourself. You see people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you. And they are still showing up, building their business. There are women on these apps who have more kids than you. And they are still showing up, building their business. There are people on these apps who are always in the hospital because they are always sick. Cancer, sickle cell. And despite all of that, they are still showing up, building their business. There are people on these apps who have lost everything. They lost their job, they lost their house, they lost their car, but they didn't lose hope. And despite the weight of the world on their shoulders right now, they are still showing up, just trying to build their business and make their dreams come true. Now, let's go ahead and be real. Some of y'all ain't got half them problems. Some of y'all might. Now I'm gonna give you some grace. But some of y'all don't. Some of y'all are blessed as hell right now. You got some complaints, right? We all do. There are things you want to change, but for the most part, you know you're blessed. You know you don't have half them problems, and you know it could be worse. And despite that, you see people in worse off situations than you still getting it done, but you want to believe that you can't do it. That is fear. And you continue to let fear steal your dreams from you year after year after year. At what point are you going to stop? Stop. If they can do it, if I can do it, if women inside of Glow Up Academy can do it, why can't you? Because you refuse to let go of fear. Listen, my online business changed my entire life. I have made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. I've been doing this for 6 years, full time. I now have peace. I'm not stressing about bills anymore. I now have freedom. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have purpose now. I get to wake up every single day doing what I love. I have confidence now. I truly believe in myself. I keep the promises I make to myself. But before all of this, before COVID, I lived a very, very different life. I used to be 100 pounds overweight. I used to be miserable. I used to be depressed. I used to be stressed. I used to be an alcoholic. See, I bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell everybody. I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college to get a 4-year degree. They told me I'll get a good job with stability and benefits. I'll make enough money to where I can buy myself a nice house. I can travel a couple of times a year. I'll be able to put in extra to my 401k. And when I get too old to work, I'll be able to retire with dignity. That's what they said. So I believed them. I went off to college and got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. My mom told me to go. All my friends were going, so I went. That bachelor's degree cost me $40,000. Graduated, 6 months later, got my first full-time job with benefits. I was so excited. They were gonna be offering me $60,000 a year. Now I was 23 back then. This was before COVID and inflation. I thought I was about to be rich. I had never made that much money before in my life. My American dream aspirations were finally about to take place. I was so excited. So I decided to move out of my mom's house. I was sick of her rules. I was ready to be a grown woman and do grown woman things. So I went and got my own apartment. I didn't stop there. I told you guys, I have really bad spending habits. We listen, we don't judge. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car and it was paid off, okay? Title in hand. It got me from point A, point B, C, D, E, and F, but the car was old, okay? No leather seats, no push to start, no tablet on the dash. I had to upgrade to match my new life, duh. So I went out and got me a brand new Dodge Charger. You couldn't tell me anything in that car. Cost me $450 a month. And with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. By the time I paid all of my bills for the month, I was broke. Robbing Patrice to pay Paul. I could not afford to take any vacations. I could not afford to put extra into my 401k at all. I couldn't even afford to get my nails done. I was broke as hell. I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. See, I was 23 back then. I didn't think the government was serious about getting their money back. Everybody has student loans. The government is serious. They want their money back, and they're not playing with you. They will give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They will not call, they will not send letters. They want you to focus on getting a job. But best believe once that 6-month mark hits, they are sending letters to the house because they want you to submit your tax returns because they're gonna tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw on paper that I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any dependents, no kids, they said I should be able to pay $400 a month. I was like, 400? I was thinking it'd be about 50 bucks. No. They want $400 a month. And it's not up for negotiation. They didn't care about my rent. They didn't care about my car payment. They don't give a damn. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. Every month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month because I really couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments. My credit was shot. 520. So my American dreams of buying a house, that wasn't gonna happen for me no time soon. Not till I fixed that. I had another problem. I hated my job. Nowhere in these American dream aspirations did they say you will be miserable at your 9 to 5. Listen, I grew up very sheltered, okay? I was very naive in my early 20s. I thought everybody was just so nice and kind and they treat you how they want to be treated. That's what I thought. And in my interview, my supervisor said that everybody's one big old work family and they all love each other and it's all kumbaya. So I went into the department thinking that. I learned that in corporate, people will smile in your face. They'll kiki and caca with you in the break room, but they don't like you at all. They will do the Secret Santas and the Thanksgiving potlucks, but they don't like you at all. They will even come together and buy you a birthday gift with their hard-earned money, but they don't like you at all. They'll even hang out with you off the clock, so they're not even getting paid to be around you. They'll invite you out to happy hour, they'll invite you to their baby showers and their weddings, but they don't like you at all. And just when you and your work friend are up for a promotion together, everything that you said in confidence will end up in your manager's email. I was on the most hated list at work. I was the youngest one in the department, and I worked with all women. I had befriended this woman. She was 31. She told me I was the little sister she never had. And just when both of us were applying for the same promotion, she decided to let my manager know everything that we talked about in confidence, but only what I said, not what she said. I walked right into that. I was miserable. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands, of applications trying to get out. Nobody was calling me back. I couldn't even get an interview. So I'm broke. I have really bad credit, and I hate my job. For the first time in my life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. If you have never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, consider yourself blessed. I wouldn't wish that feeling on my worst enemy. But let me give you some context. See, trapped feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. You could try all you want to be as positive and optimistic all day, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed every single day. That's what trapped feels like. You could try to work some overtime and get a part-time job so you can catch up on some bills and save a little bit of money and finally have some breathing space. But just when you start to get a little bit of extra money, something always comes up and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. Now you got to dish out money for that. It's always something. You could try to pray to God to get him to help you, but it feels like he's ignoring you because it feels like he's not fixing it because it feels like you're still miserable. Your life begins to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. That's how trapped feels. And that's how I felt for 6 years. I used to pull up at that job and sit in my car and cry before I even clocked in. Every day. I used to bring my job home with me. You know what that means? So, you are off the clock, okay? You're not getting paid to think about them, but they have consumed your mind with their toxic ways. You are at home when you should be spending time with your spouse, but you can't even keep a clear head because you're telling him all the toxic things they're doing at work. You can't escape these people. These people live in your head rent free. They have stolen your peace. I couldn't even sleep anymore. I was so stressed out about bills. I started to have anxiety. I never used to have anxiety until I got at that job. You have butterflies in your stomach that you can't seem to get rid of. And to cope with all of my anxiety and my depression, I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week to calm my nerves. But it quickly spiraled out of control, and I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm even telling you this story is because if any of my story resonates with you, you are already doing something hard. Going to a job that drains your spirit is hard. Crying all the time because you're so unhappy right now is hard. And see, the reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies. I didn't have any interests. My life felt like it was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, sleep, drink, repeat. Week after week, month after month, and year after year. Who wouldn't be depressed? That is depressing ass shit. For the longest time, I thought there was something wrong with me. No, there's nothing wrong with you, ladies. That's depressing. Anybody would be depressed. But now, I get to wake up every single day doing what I love to do and getting paid to do it. And see, that's the beauty of online business, is you can monetize anything. I don't care how stupid people have tried to convince you that your dream is. It's not stupid. I don't care how far-fetched it sounds to some. You can do this. Ladies, you see people on these online streets all day doing the darndest things. How many times have you scrolled on your For You page and sat to yourself and said, how the hell are they getting paid to do this? But guess what? They are. Doesn't matter what you think, they are. All because they decide to let go of fear and try. You're not even willing to try. And I want to say one more thing before we move forward, because I need to make sure you hear me loud and clear. I hope you realize that if you work 8 hours or more, you spend more time at work with people you don't even like than you do with your own family who loves you. Listen, I literally worked 9 to 5. What should have only been a 20-minute drive is an hour because I'm stuck in rush hour traffic. So an hour to work, an hour back, 2 hours in the car, 8 hours at work, 1 hour lunch break. That is 11 hours out of my day gone. By the time you do get home, you are drained. You are exhausted. You are defeated. You only have a few hours to spend with your spouse and your kids before you got to put everyone to bed and do it all over again the next day. And mind you, your loved ones don't even get the best version of you because you're not happy. They don't even get the happy version of you. They get the sad version. They get the stressed version. What is that? You put everyone to bed to do it again the next day, just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what are you even looking forward to? Because Friday, you still worked. So they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day that you have to do what you want. Sunday, not so much. No, because you got to prepare for the work week. You got to cook, you got to clean, you got to go grocery store, you got to do laundry, and you have to mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk come Monday. Ladies, that's not living. That's surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I do know this. The God that I serve, He loves me. And if He loves me so much, why would He put me on this earth to be hating my life and drinking to cope? why would he put me on this earth to be crying every day? He didn't. He made me for a very special reason, and then he allowed me to find it, and then he allowed me to monetize it. For a lot of my life, I thought I was skipped. I would see other people doing amazing things, and I was sitting there wondering, why not me? Why am I not special? Why do I not have purpose? Why am I not good at anything? He didn't skip me. He didn't skip you either. Your life is worth more than bills. Your life is worth more than slaving away at a job to make someone else rich while you're counting pennies trying to make ends meet at home. There is something very, very, very special about you, and you should be monetizing it. The problem is, life has a tendency to life. And on our journey of life, we lose our light. It gets dim, and then it gets dark. Maybe it was a toxic relationship, toxic family, toxic friends, toxic job. And here you are today, sitting on this live, not thinking that you're worthy of any of this. But I'm here to tell you that's not true. I believe all ideas that we have come from God. If you even thought the thought, that's because you can. If you ever even thought about being a content creator, that's because you can. If you ever thought about running a business, that's because you can. Why would God give you ideas that you couldn't do? Why would he plant seeds in an environment that couldn't harvest them? He wouldn't. But in order to make it happen, you are going to have to let go of fear, because year after year, it steals your dream life from you. The life where you're living confidently, doing what you want, living life to the fullest, being confident in yourself, posting your content, not caring what people think about you. That version is going to require you to let go of fear. You're going to have to let go of fear, because if you don't, you will continue to sit on the sidelines and let life pass you by. Ladies, you can do this. I know you can do this, because if I can do it, if other creators can do it, if women inside of Glow Up Academy can do it, why can't you? You gotta let go of the fear. You can do this. Okay? All right. Very good. Sales tip number 2. Good morning, good morning. I don't want to hear about fear no more. Fear does not live here. No. We've spent way too much time letting fear control our life. We are getting older. Time is of the essence. Let it go so you can finally live life on your terms. Stick to the promises that you make for yourself. Run your business, make your money, and be happy for once. All right. Sales tip number 2, people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. So if they don't like you, not gonna buy. If they don't know you, not gonna buy. If they don't trust you, not gonna buy. So how do we get people to like us? Okay. In your content, remember the content is pictures, reels, when you go live, YouTube long form videos, whatever you post, that's considered content, okay? In your content, I need you to be relatable and I need you to be authentic. In other words, I just need you to be yourself. You do yourself a disservice by trying to be perfect, because people cannot connect with perfection because nobody is perfect, including you. So stop trying to be perfect and start just being yourself. Now, some of y'all are gonna let fear take over and say, well, Jazz, what if no one likes me? That's impossible. That's impossible. So get that out your head. There are 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you. When you post your content, it goes everywhere, all over the world. And I'm not sitting here to tell you this to scare you. I'm telling you this so you can realize how silly you sound when you say things like people won't like you. There are women all over this world who need you. You have a solution to their problem, but you're depriving them of the answers they need because you won't get out of your head and post the video. What if I let fear take over this morning and I didn't go live? Then those of you guys watching wouldn't have been able to find this, and I wouldn't have been able to help you. I have women inside of Blow Up Academy from all over the world. I'm in the US. I have women in there from Canada, Australia, Jamaica, Paris, places I ain't never been before. All because I decided to post the video. So please stop depriving people of the help that they desperately need and just post the content and be yourself. Because the community that we build, those are the people who are going to buy our products from us, okay? So please just post. Now we said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to know us? All right. I need you to go live. Going live is by far the best way to build your community. Now, is it the only way? No, but it's the best. Why? Because it allows people to get a sense of your energy and your vibes. It allows people to connect with you, interact and engage, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all are hard-headed and say, Jazz, I don't want to go live. And I'm going to say, fine, don't. I already told you guys earlier, I'm not going to try to convince you of anything. So if you don't want to go live, then don't. But let me remind you of this. You also said you didn't want to go to work. It amazes me how many people are willing to slave away at a job to make someone else rich, but they absolutely refuse to build something for themselves that will build their self-wealth. You guys, you see people, especially on TikTok, selling. The internet doesn't sleep. I don't care what time you go live, just go live. Just go live. Because I promise you this, if you go live consistently, you will make more on live than you ever made at that job. Now, some of y'all are like, thank you. Some of y'all are like, well, I would go live. I'm not against it. I'm just live shy. Okay. To my live shy ladies, listen very closely. The only reason why you're live shy is just because you don't have enough experience going live. Maybe you did it once 6 months ago, but you haven't done it since. There's just no consistency. We have been on this live for 102 minutes. And if you are still here, that's because you trust what I'm saying to be true. So I need you to go ahead and trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, without a doubt, you will get to the point where you are no longer live shy. I can't make this up. Everything that you do over and over and over again, you get better at. You have proven that to be true in your own life. You did not always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you got to keep doing it. You didn't always know how to read and write. Now you do that just fine. How? Because you had to keep doing it. You did not always know how to drive. Now you do that just fine. How? Because you had to keep doing it. Just imagine if you kept going live. Hello. She said insecurity, right? Lack of confidence because you never keep the promises that you make to yourself. If you tell yourself you're going to commit to being on live for 15 minutes, then that's what I need you to do. Because the more you keep stacking proof to yourself that not only can you say you're going to do something, but follow through and actually do it, you build your confidence. And now you're no longer insecure because you know who you are. The reason why you don't know who you are is because you never keep the promises that you make to yourself. You always put yourself last. I can't make this up. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. Well, how do we get people to trust us? All right. There is a reason why I am telling you to post consistently. And no, it is not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, or if you're living under a rock somewhere, but ladies, people work hard for their money. You work hard, I work hard, we're all out here working hard. And if you want someone to trust you with their hard-earned money, you are going to have to be trustworthy, which means you have to be consistent. You do not have a choice. Now, I want to do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who do not have a product yet, sit this out, take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you, okay? Fine. First, what I need us to do is we're going to remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there's nothing that you don't already know. Fine, I'm not gonna convince you otherwise. If you wanna believe that, keep believing that. Just know pride always comes before the fall. Now, for those of you guys who can remove the ego and the pride and you recognize there's room for growth and improvement, I am talking to you, okay? First, what I want us to do is we're gonna go to our profile and ask ourselves some questions. We have to be honest. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. Now ask yourself, is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this, please be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I say yet is because you have the power to fix it. Just fix it. If it's not clear, make it clear. So that when people go to your profile, they know what they're getting into. They know how you can help them. Anything in life, ladies, this is business advice and life advice. Anything in life and in business that is not giving you the results that you want, you have the power to fix it. You just make the choice not to. I already know that I am not the coach for everybody. Because believe it or not, most people do not want the truth. No, they don't. They would rather complain and vent and blame others. But I'm all about blaming ourselves. Because when we blame ourselves for things, now we have the power to fix the thing. It's about to get real on this live. So, if you don't want the truth, I suggest you exit stage left because I'm about to tell you about yourself. If you are lacking confidence, fix it. I already told you how. Just keep the promises that you make to yourself, but you choose not to. You choose to complain and vent and throw pity parties and talk about what you can't do. That's a choice that you make every day. If you are camera shy, if you are live shy, fix it. I already told you how. Consistently go live, consistently be in front of the camera, and I promise you, you will get to a point where you are no longer camera and live shy. You just choose not to. You make a choice every day whether you're going to do the thing or not, and you always choose not to. Those are choices that you make every single day. See, a lot of the times we live in a trapped mindset. And we have been living in this trapped mindset for so long that you don't even recognize that you're living in a trapped mindset. You don't have a clue. I used to live in a trapped mindset too. And see, the reason why we live in these trapped mindsets is because we don't want to leave our comfort zone. That's what this is all about. Refusal to leave the comfort zone. Refusal to do something different. I used to really believe I was trapped at that 9 to 5. I was never trapped at that 9 to 5. I had options, but all of those options required me to leave my comfort zone. See, I could have just moved back home, but then that would require me to let go of my apartment and move back home with my mom. Why would I want to do that? I'm a grown woman. I'm 23, 24 years old. Exactly. I didn't want to leave my comfort zone. I could have just quit that job and found me some part-time jobs until I found another full-time job. But then that would require me to leave my comfort zone. What if I have to work nights? Oh no. What if I have to work weekends? Oh no. What if I have to work holidays? No. So I stayed in my comfort zone. I could have let the bank repossess the car and built my credit later. But then that would require me to let go of the charger. Not the charger, no. So every day, I chose to complain. I chose to vent. I chose to throw pity parties for myself. I chose to make excuses, and I chose to procrastinate, and I chose to do all of the things except the one thing that would have changed my entire life, which was leave. I could have just left, but I chose to stay trapped. A lot of you guys believe that you can't fix the things that you want to fix because you don't have enough information yet to fix it. And once you watch more lives and once you watch more YouTube videos, then you'll have the information you need and then it can be fixed. You are not lacking information. You have more than enough. You have more information than you even know what to do with. Because you are on social media all day. You have watched all the lives. You have already archived the YouTube videos. You have already shared the posts. You know what to do. You know exactly what to do. You are not lacking information. You are lacking implementation, meaning you don't execute shit at all, which is why I made the key word of this live execution, because you're not doing that. You are the woman who consistently talks about what she's going to do, but you never just do it. You are the woman who likes to complain and vent about her problems instead of fixing them. You are the woman who loves to make excuses and she loves to procrastinate. That's you. And until you change you, it will never get fixed. You are going to have to change because there are things about you that are holding you back, because who you are today does not align with the woman you want to become. You want to become that woman who's running her business, who's confident, who follows through with the promises that she makes to herself, who knows how to tell people no and not feel bad about it, who knows how to put herself first and not feel guilty. That's the version of you want to be, right? Well, who you are today does not align with that. And until you change who you are today, you will never become that version. See, that version of you, she's already within you, but she's buried under the fear, the limiting beliefs, and the excuses that you've had for years. And until you change that, until you let those things go, you will never become that version. You have got to change because you are holding yourself back. This is self-sabotage. This is not group sabotage. No, it's not. This is self. You do this to yourself. That has to change. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. One thing that I have noticed is we have become entitled. We are a very entitled society. And a lot of us believe that we are entitled to time. In other words, you think you have all the time in the world to bullshit. But my question for you is, how do you even know you'll be here 6 months from now? Who told you that? How do you know you'll be here in 5 years? Who told you that? Because last time I checked, tomorrow wasn't guaranteed. And instead of you living every day that you do have to the fullest, you make the choice not to. Time is our most valuable asset. It is not money. No, it is not. Because you can always make more money. You cannot get your time back. Once you have spent it, it is gone forever. You are getting older, not younger. 2025 came and left. You will never be this age again. However old you are right now in this moment, you will never be that again. It's gone. It's over. And I don't have to convince you of how quickly time is moving because you can see it for yourself. Let me ask you this. How many times a day, be honest, do you look at the clock and say, wow, I cannot believe it is 8:30 a.m. Wow, I cannot believe tomorrow is the first day of February 2026. Wow, I cannot believe I am 35 years old, or insert your age there. If you're anything like me, you do that all day. So you can already see for yourself how quickly time is moving. And you still make the choice to waste it. You choose to complain and vent, throw pity parties for yourself, and make excuses. You waste time every day failing to realize that you are running out of time. Because every day that you do not work towards your goals and the life that you want for yourself is another day that you're wasting your precious time that you do not get back. That is going to have to change. We have got to fix it, and quickly. One of the biggest lessons that I learned in life, this is tough, and this is gonna bruise your ego, but the truth will set you free. Your life is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. No, I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. Your life is a direct reflection of the choices that you make. Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. When I heard that, that was tough. That was tough. Now, some of y'all are gonna say, Jazz, it's not my fault that I'm struggling financially. I have put myself on the budget. I have calculated how much comes in versus how much comes out, and I truly do not make enough money. How is that my fault when grocery prices are what they are? Your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. And I'm going to tell you why. See, ladies, times have been hard. Hard times did not happen last week. Food prices and rent prices and gas prices have been on the rise for years. And every day you make the choice to do nothing about it. You could have launched your ebook 6 months ago. You would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. You could have started that TikTok last month. You would be building your community today. And what do we say? Our community are the people who are going to buy our products from us. But every day, you make the choice not to. You choose to complain. You choose to vent. You choose to throw pity parties. You choose to spend hours on social media. You choose to talk about what you can't do. You choose to do all of the things except the one thing that would change your entire life, which is start. And my question for you still remains, how much longer are we going to keep doing that? Because as you can see for yourself, I don't have to convince you, it's not getting you anywhere. Because the business is still not businessing. Content is not contenting. Sales are not salesing. Your confidence is -50 and your self-respect is out the window. You talk to yourself crazy and you let other people talk to you crazy. You have no boundaries for your life. You don't even put yourself first. All of these things have to change. Because if they do not, you will continue to waste your precious time. You gotta change. Because who you are today does not align with the version of you that you want to become. The one who follows through, the one who believes in herself. Yeah. You gotta change. And look, I am not perfect at all. The version of me that y'all see today is a reflection of the changes that I had to make. Okay, I am a completely different person, a full 180 transformation right here. I used to be 100 pounds overweight. My heaviest was 340 pounds. I am 6'3". And for the longest time, I had excuses as to why I couldn't lose the weight. Oh, I have thyroid problems. No, it was an excuse. I do have thyroid problems, and I still decided to lose the weight. And I lost it when I let go of the excuses. All I did was eat right and move my body. And I lost the weight. I used to be full of excuses. I was the queen of excuses. I used to procrastinate. My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll start later, but later never showed up. I used to be my biggest bully. I know a lot of you guys can relate to that. The things that I used to say to myself was absolutely disgusting. I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. Let me ask you, how the hell was I gonna run a business when I keep telling myself how stupid I am? I couldn't. That had to change. Ladies, the way you talk to yourself determines how you show up for yourself. If you keep talking to yourself like you ain't got no sense, you're not gonna have no sense. Stop talking to yourself like you don't know, like, what are we doing? Calling yourself stupid and ugly and not good enough. That has to stop. Your internal world will always reflect your external. If you talk to yourself crazy, I know for a fact you got people in your personal life who talk to you even crazier. Because that's how you talk to yourself. If you got chaos going on in here, I know for a fact you got chaos going on in your real world. You probably got chaotic friendships, chaotic families, chaotic jobs. That's a direct reflection. That has to change. Stop talking to yourself when you don't have no sense. Tell yourself you're amazing for once, please. One of the biggest distractions that I struggled with in my own journey was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that toxic ass habit when I had that toxic ass job. And you would have thought that once I quit the job, that the problem would have just fixed itself. Ladies, no. Your problems do not fix themselves. And actually, if you don't fix it, they just get worse. See, at least when I was at work, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours because I had to work. Well, I quit during COVID. Everything is shut down. I had nothing but time to drink. So I took full advantage. See, I just quit my job on a whim. I had been there for 6 years. I was fed up. I was 29, about to turn 30 in a few months. And I was like, you know what? F you guys, I'm done. I put in my 2-week notice and I was out. I believe God told me the time to quit was then, and that's when I quit. And I didn't have any money saved up. I had just bought a house. I hadn't even been in the house for a whole year yet before I decided to quit, but I was fed up. And my plan was I was gonna live off of my stimulus for a month or two while I started growing my business. Now, I don't have any kids, so I didn't have much stimulus to begin with. I had about $2,000 to my name. Obviously, some things were gonna be late because the mortgage was $1,900. But my plan was it would all just work out. So here I am at home trying to make it all make sense. I'm watching the YouTube videos and the TikTok videos, digital products, monetizations, and content and algorithms. Archiving and saving all of the videos. But it's not working. Nobody's watching my content. Nobody's following or subscribing. Nobody's buying my stuff. It's not working. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. I lied to myself and convinced myself that I was doing everything I was supposed to be doing and I was being consistent when in fact I wasn't. I was not being consistent. I was not going live. I wasn't doing any of the things because I was always drunk. I was always drinking. I had so much ego back then. And so it was never my fault. Why would it be Jasmine's fault? What? Jasmine does no wrong. It's the algorithm. It's YouTube. It's Instagram. It is not me. Then I'm getting pissed off at God because I'm like, God, you told me to quit. I quit and I'm running out of money. I already made a payment arrangement with my lights. If I don't pay the bill on this date, they're cutting them off. There's no more arrangements. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, they're gonna start trying to foreclose on a house that I haven't even been in yet for an entire year. I am stressed. I am frustrated. I didn't want to admit to myself that I'm the reason why it's not working. Who wants to say out loud that they have a drinking problem? Who wants to say that? I felt embarrassed. I felt guilty. I felt shame. I didn't want to admit that. So I didn't. I just continued to lie to myself some more. I convinced myself that as long as I don't drink before 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Even though I drink all day, every day, as long as I don't start my day with alcohol, then I don't have a problem because alcoholics drink as soon as they wake up. What? The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But you get to a point where you can't keep running from you. Eventually, you're gonna hit a brick wall. And eventually, God is going to make you listen to him. See, I believe God is within us. Okay, so I have God within me. You have God within you. But I don't believe he's at the church. Okay, he's within you. So those ideas that you get, those ideas come from God. Those are seeds that he plants in your head. That gut feeling, that intuition that you get, that's God trying to warn you of something. But you know what I've noticed? A lot of times, we don't really want to hear from God. No, we don't. We say we do. It sounds good in conversation. It sounds good on paper, but we really don't. Actions speak louder than words. You don't want to hear from God. That's why you're always distracting yourself to avoid listening. If that's not true, well then let me ask you this. How many ideas did God give you last year that you didn't even try? You didn't even try it. If that's not true, let me ask you this. How many times have you gone against your gut feeling just to find out later you were right? You don't want to hear God. But eventually, he is going to make you listen. And I will never forget, I was sitting on my bed. I was like, I'm about to lose my house. My house. And he asked me, he said, Jazz, what are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years, which is true. I had been. He said, the opportunity is literally right in front of you, and you're wasting it. So what are you going to do? Are we going to keep doing what you've been doing, which is a whole bunch of nothing? Or are you going to fix it? Are you going to change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. I am done. And since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently. My platform started growing. I started making sales. All because I decided to change. I finally started to feel good for myself for the first time in my entire life. I started saying nice things to myself like, Jazz, you're amazing. Jazz, you're so smart, you can do this. I never used to talk to myself like that before. All because I decided to change. I started to have confidence in myself for the first time in my entire life. All because I decided to change. See, what I didn't realize back then, and what a lot of people don't realize today, ladies, in order to get something, you are going to have to give something up. You cannot have both. In order to get something, you have to give up something. In order for me to get my business that I had been begging God for years, I had to give up excuses. had to give up procrastinating. I had to give up fear. I had to give up limiting beliefs. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave all of those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. He gave me everything I asked for and more. All because I decided to change. See, I had just asked God to help me make $60K a year to replace my job. And I even started negotiating that. I said, Lord, if you could help me get to 45K, I'll make it work. I'll cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this miserable job. He gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty cool because I don't even know 10 people. God gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subscribers. I don't know. I thought that'd be pretty cool. God gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feeling sorry for myself. God gave me a lot of confidence. I love myself. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I can't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, who I was back then didn't align with this version of me that y'all see today. I always wanted to be confident. I always wanted to love myself and follow through with the promises that I made. I wanted to run a business and not care what people thought. I wanted to have boundaries and standards for my life, but who I was back then was not aligned. And I was not going to become this version until I changed who I was. See, this version of me was always there, but it was buried under the fear and the limiting beliefs and the excuses. And until I changed, I was never going to become this. You are going to have to change. God has all of the blessings ready for you. He wants to give it to you. He designed you for them. But the problem is, He also gives us free will. So that means you can do whatever you want to do. Knock yourself out. But He will not give you your blessings until you become obedient, until you change. So if you want to drag it out for 5 more years, go right ahead. He'll let you. If you want to drag it out for 20 years, go ahead. He will let you, but He will not budge until you change. We delay our own blessings, but once you listen, once you change, He opens the floodgates of heaven for you. And He gives you everything you asked for and more. And yeah, maybe change is hard. Maybe it is. Maybe you're right. Okay. But the life that you're currently living is hard. Crying every day because you are so unhappy with the way life is going right now is hard. I've been there, I've done that. I know. Not even believing that you're worthy of happiness, success, and wealth is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Going to a job that drains your spirit every single day is hard. I have been there. I have done that. I know. I've lived both hearts. And I will always choose this one. Because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with confidence. This hard comes with income. Ladies, I have told you this all morning. You can do anything that you want to do. If you even thought the idea, that's because you can. But in order to get what you want, you are going to have to change who you are, because you are holding yourself back. For those of you guys who want to change, then I want to help you. But I can only help people who want it. If you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, then fine. Respectfully, keep doing what you're doing. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction that it's going in, and you want to change it, you want to fix it, then I want to help you. See, inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you exactly how to run your online business. Whatever you want to do, it's in there. Maybe you want to build your online business. Fine, I'll teach you. You want to sell your ebooks or your e-course, maybe you want to sell a private community. Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. Maybe you want to monetize your platforms like how I have done and how my students have done. You want to get paid for views on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads. Fine, I will teach you. It is all in there. Maybe you want to sell on TikTok or any other live like how I do and how my students do. Fine, I'll teach you. Every single thing that you need to be successful with your online business is all inside Glow Up Academy. But not only are you and I going to build your online business together, we are also going to build you. Together, you and I are going to build your confidence. Together, you and I are going to build your discipline. Together, you and I are going to build your follow-through and your consistency. Together, you and I are going to build your boundaries and your self-respect. So not only do you start, you keep going. Inside Glow Up Academy, we are going to also build your mindset. We're going to build the parts of you that keep holding you back so that you can finally become the woman who actually follows through. Glow Up Academy is the space where not only do we build your business and reach your goals, but we also build you. So when you say you're going to do something, you actually do it. Before I let you join Glow Up Academy, a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time. Why? Because believe it or not, not everybody has the same path. Some people have a product and no audience. Some people have an audience but no product. Some people have a million ideas, but we got to lock in on one. I told you guys earlier, money flows where energy goes. And sometimes you guys have all these ideas you're trying to work on, but nothing's getting done because you're spreading yourself too thin. So together we'll choose your most favorite idea, we'll build that. And once that one is flourishing, then we'll reach back into the pile and build another. Some of you guys have no clue what you want to build, and that's fine, we'll figure it out together. And some of you guys don't want to start a business yet, you have other goals you want to reach, fine, we'll reach those together. No matter where you're at, I can always help you inside Glow Up Academy, but I have just noticed for myself, having more than 10 people join at one time overwhelms me. And I want to make sure I'm able to pour into you the way a mentor is supposed to. So that's why I cap it at 10, okay? Something else, I'm going to set us a timer for 10 minutes. I told you guys, I can only help people who want it, okay? I can't force change upon you and I'm not willing to. Women who know they want more for their life, they may not know how, but they know they want it. Those are the women that I want to help, okay? So when I set the timer, just move. You're here and you're present, and deep down inside, you already know I can help you. That's why you're still watching. So don't overthink, don't overanalyze, just move, okay? One last thing, Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. So once you're in forever. There's no monthly dues or fees, none of that. Once you're in forever, okay? Because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, you will always have access to our coaching calls, to our live coaching calls. You will always have access to our Sunday resets, which are our book clubs. You'll always have access to ask me any questions that you have, any feedback that you want. You will always be inside. You will also always get all the information plus whatever else I add in there every single month, okay? You're in forever. Because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, I sell it for $5.97 and women buy it all the time. The word is getting out. But because you guys were here, you were present, you took notes and you asked questions, and most importantly, you promised me you're gonna execute, I'm gonna take the price down. And I will leave the lifetime price down for 10 minutes. So when I set the timer, just move, get the discount, okay? But once the 10-minute timer goes off, I am taking the price back up to $5.97, okay? 2 women joined this morning at $5.97. You can use Afterpay and you can use Klarna to break the payment up and still get in on the discount and be in forever, all right? I'm gonna take the price down to $249, lifetime access, okay? You already know what you wanna do and you already know I can help you. So just move, all right? I'm gonna show TikTok how to join first. YouTube, y'all's instructions are a little bit different, so just kind of hang tight for a few seconds. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, yes, men can join too. It's just most of my audience is women, that's why I say ladies, okay? I have several men inside Glow Up Academy. In order for you guys to join, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice, you're gonna come to my profile. Now TikTok, this one right here, y'all are on my main account, this is my backup, so the profile does not look the same, but the link is still the same, okay? You guys are gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, right up at the top. You're gonna click on this red button that says open, and then you're gonna click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. It's already marked down to $249. Scroll down, feel free to read my reviews, I don't mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email. You guys, this is very important. What you put in is where it's going. I need you to confirm to me that you received your email. If you did not get it, that's because something was misspelled, but no worries, we'll fix it right here. But please quadruple check that so that doesn't happen, okay? You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up, and then click on this blue button right here that says Glow Up Academy, or excuse me, start my Glow Up. Within 30 seconds, you should be receiving your first email from Stan. If you do not get that email, that is because there was a spelling mistake, but no worries, I will fix it right here. But I need you to confirm to me that you got it or didn't get it so that we can fix it and make sure that you have full access. So please do not leave until you confirm, because a lot of y'all be joining and you leave and I don't know what your email is supposed to be to know if you got it or not, okay? So please let me know. I'm gonna show you guys again. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're gonna come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click on this red button that says open. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? YouTube, let me get y'all straight. Your instructions are just a little bit different. YouTube, you guys are gonna have to leave the live. You're gonna come to my YouTube channel. You're gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ right here. And then you're gonna click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are, same thing. Become the woman who follows through. It's already marked down to 249. Scroll down, feel free to read my reviews. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break the payment up. And then you click Start My Glow Up. Same thing, within 30 seconds, you should be receiving that very first email. Okay? Now, once you guys are inside, and you have confirmed to me that you guys are inside, I'm going to be sending you guys a message as soon as I get off of this live. So in about 12 minutes. There is a message icon right here. Some of y'all are new to Skool, so you didn't know there's an icon here. There's a message icon. Yes. I need you to click on that and respond to my message. I can't help you if I don't know what I'm helping. I want to know more about you. What are you struggling with? What are your goals? What things have you tried? What have you not? I need to know everything so that we can fix it together. So please don't leave me on red. Do not leave me on red. There's an inbox here and I need you to respond to me. Even if you can't respond right now, maybe you're trying to hurry up, but you got other things to do before you go to bed tonight, I need you to promise me that you're going to respond to my message so we can start fixing it and start changing it together. I can't mentor you, I can't coach you if I don't know what's wrong. So please make sure you respond to my message, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and set our timer for 10 minutes. Give me 1 second. And for those of you guys who joined, I'm about to send out the second email now. The second email, you guys, is coming from Jasmine Spencer. That is me. Because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, I have to add you in manually, okay? And I need you to make sure you guys have full access before you leave off of my live, okay? So you're gonna be getting an email from Stan, that's the first one, and then an email from Jasmine Spencer. That is me, okay? For those of you guys who joined, I'm sending it now. Give me 1 second. And the timer did start. Okay. Rachel, can you check your email for me, please? Rachel. Shauna, can you check your email for me? I'm not sure which live you guys are on. Shauna. Beth. Rachel, Shauna, Beth. I need you guys to confirm. Please don't leave until you guys confirm, please, because I don't know what your email's supposed to be, you guys. Please, please, please. Okay? Yes, I'll show you again. I'm waiting for 3 ladies to let me know they got their emails, please. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You come to my profile and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, right here in the bio. And then click on this red button that says open. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. Okay? There you go. All right, so we have a few minutes left. Let's do a few affirmations. I am waiting on multiple people to let me know you got your email. I don't need to have it all figured out. Amen to that. I do not need to have it all figured out. Amen to that. I just need you to start. But the beauty of being inside Glow Up Academy is we'll create your game plan together. So for those of y'all who just, I gotta know, we all know. So now what's the excuse? What's the excuse now? Because I eliminated that barrier. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. You get in your own way. Some of y'all, the things that y'all saying to yourself, well, I can't start because this, well, I done eliminated all that for you. So what's the excuse now? What's the excuse now? Okay, let me check. Let's see. Yes, I see you. All right, Ashley, can you check your email for me, please? All right. Okay, next one. I know I'm talking to somebody this morning. I am strong, motivated, and ready to tackle any challenge. I am strong, motivated, and ready to tackle any challenge. You never give yourself enough credit. That's why I said that earlier. A lot of you guys are doubting your own abilities to do stuff, but look at what you've already done. Look at the things that you've already overcome in your life, because ain't nobody's life perfect at all. And if you could get through whatever that was, you mean to tell me you can't get through a 30-second TikTok video? Girl, please. You mean to tell me you can't make an ebook that chat gonna write for you? Girl, please. We gotta build this confidence up. Because the more we start proving to ourselves that not only can we start something, but we can finish it, the more we start to build our confidence. And that's the confidence that we need to reach the goals that we have. Belief in self. Confidence is who you think you are. But the problem is, a lot of you guys don't think you are anything special. And that's why you keep doing what you're doing, starting and stopping, giving up, listening to what other people think about you. Some of y'all carry this negative energy on you because you got negativity in your life. Maybe you're just around negative people all day. But Glow Up Academy changes that, because now you're around people like myself and all of my other members. We're about our business. Now you're around people who are starting and following through. Now you're around people who don't have limitations on their life, who know they can do whatever they want. That's the energy you need to be around. People who are like you. I can't make this up. I am confident in the decisions that I make. I am confident in the decisions that I make. Absolutely. You already know what you want to do. If you are still here, it's because you know I can help you. I don't have to convince you of that. Otherwise, you would have left. I'm still waiting on Rachel to confirm she got her email from me. You already know I can help you. Christy, can you check your email for me? Christy, can you check your email for me? You can use Afterpay or Klarna. Come on, come right on in. Let's go. I trust myself to navigate through this. And for those of you guys who love to do the later dance, oh, I'll join later, I'll sign up later. Let's sign up now, because you know later never shows up for you. You've been talking about later you were gonna lose weight 10 years ago. You've been talking about later you're gonna start your business 10 years ago. You talking about later you're gonna record the videos 5 years ago. Later never shows up for you. You're here and you're present because you already know I can help you. So stop talking about later. Stop talking about later. Later never shows up. And what I know is this: once I end this live, you will forget everything that we said. Because life is going to start to seep back in, and you're going to slowly start to fall back into your old routines and your old mindsets. And that fire that I lit is going to slowly start to fade away again. That much I do know. I trust myself to navigate through this. I trust myself to navigate through this. This is what I mean by you never give yourself enough credit, because look at how far you've already come. Obviously, you know how to make a decision here or there because you're still alive and present. Amen, amen. Am I lying? Because there's a lot of things you could have got yourself into and would have left you 6 feet under, but you're still here. So obviously you know a thing or two about making a right decision. You might not always make the right decision, but you know how to make the right decision when it's time to make that right decision. Amen to that. Let's see. Ray, can you check your email for me? We have 3 slots left, ladies and gentlemen. Ray, can you check your email for me? And Chrissy, I need Chrissy to check her email for me too. Okay, let's see. I have the strength to overcome any setbacks. I have the strength to overcome any setbacks. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll never forget. So I used to be really close to my grandma. My grandma passed in 2015. I think she was 74 years old. And me and my grandma were like this. Like, when I went off to college, I would still call her every day. I would call her multiple times a day to tell her about my day or what somebody said. Like, my grandma, oh my God, I love my grandma so much. And when she left this earth in 2015, I had no idea what I was gonna do. She was like my best friend. I'm like, oh my God, like, what am I gonna do without my grandma, right? And I was just like lost. Like, I don't know how to pick up the pieces without her. But here I am, 10 years later, still living without her, still figuring it out without her. This is what I mean by We never give ourselves credit. If you've lost someone close to you, you already know how hard it is to grieve. It's literally like trying to reset your life, but you missing half of you. And despite how hard it is, you still keep going. You still keep pushing. And next thing you know, all this time has gone by and you're getting through it. And if you can get through that, I don't know why we allow ourselves to think that we can't get through this. Because listen, I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, I'm everywhere. And no matter how many pieces of content I put out, none of that is nowhere near as challenging as it was to grieve my grandma. Like, not even close. So that's what I mean by we've all overcome things, but we never want to give ourselves credit for the things that we have overcome. And it's like it's like you just don't see how amazing you already are, because if you can overcome that, if you can get through that, whatever that was, there's absolutely no reason why you can't get through this. No reason at all. No reason at all. Okay? So that's what I mean by that. Ray, can you confirm that you received your emails? You guys don't leave till y'all let me know y'all got your email. And I see 60 of you guys on my site. We have like 5 seconds left before I take the price back up. Again, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You can come to my profile. Oops. Don't forget this TikTok right here. I don't know why it keeps doing that. This TikTok right here is my main account, so it doesn't look like this. Okay? Okay, there we go. Sorry. All right. So you can click on where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then you click on this red button that says Open. And then you click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. Okay? YouTube, in order for you guys to lock in, you're going to leave my live and come to my YouTube channel. And then click on where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. Okay? Enter your name, quadruple check your email address, and then click where it says Start My Glow Up. And you can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up. She said I took her Starbucks money. Girl, Starbucks won't help you do nothing anyway, but helping you stay energized for a couple of hours and then crashing later with your matchas and macchiatos. Don't do that. No, you are in good hands. Can you check your email for me and let me know that you got your email, please? Don't forget, you guys, there's 2 emails coming to you. One is from Stan. The first one is from Stan, and the second one is from me, Jasmine Spencer. I need you guys to confirm that you received both and you were able to log in completely into Glow Up Academy. Glow Up Academy is a school community, okay? It is a school community. And make sure you guys respond to my message. I can't help you if I don't know what I'm helping. I cannot help you if I don't know what I'm helping. I have the power to create the life that I want. I have the power to create the life that I want. Amen, amen. But in order to do that, what's going to have to happen? You got to change. Some of y'all trying to take bad habits into new territory. That don't even make sense. You want to take laziness into 6 figures. What? What? You want to take soda into weight loss. That don't even make sense, man. I don't want to give up my Sprite, but I want to lose 50 pounds. Okay, good luck. Good luck, because you drinking half of your calories in that soda that you want to let go of. You better get you some water and get this weight loss going. Okay. Let's see. I am still waiting on 2 people to let me know they got their email. And the timer is off. I still see 6 people floating around. If you are about to enroll, please tell me to wait and I'll wait. If not, I'm taking the price back up. Do y'all have any questions? Also, make sure y'all follow me if you haven't already. They do steal my videos and they do make fake accounts. And they're gonna turn around and message you trying to bamboozle you. Okay, so please make sure you follow me so you do not lose me. For my people who joined, I'm hopping in now. For those of you guys who didn't, again, that was a choice. You're not ready. You still want to hold on to your excuses. You still want to procrastinate. You're not done distracting. Fine. But if anything else, please make sure that you execute the things that we talked about. Okay? Okay. Ray, did you get your email? And Chrissy, y'all don't leave me till I know y'all got your emails, please and thank you. We'll do one more affirmation. We're gonna wrap it on up. I am not alone. It's okay to ask for help. Ray, did you get your email? I am not alone. It's okay to ask for help. Okay, perfect, Ray. You got both emails. So the one that says Jasmine Spencer, when you click on that link, it's going to take you right inside. Let's see. Let me refresh my page. I don't see you yet. Let me refresh. Hold on. I don't see you inside yet. I am not alone. It's okay to ask for help. Did you actually join or you just got the emails? It's okay to ask for help. The definition of insanity, good morning, is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Make it make sense. You've been doing it alone for years. It ain't worked yet. It has not worked yet. If it did, you would not be here. Hold on. Kathleen, can you check your email for me? We have 2 slots left, ladies. I told you before, listen, when I first launched Glow Up Academy almost a year ago, when I would say I'm only letting 10 people in, I wouldn't always get 10 people to join. Now we are closing out 10 people almost every morning. That's why I tell you guys, when we move, we move. Okay? When we move, we move. So that's why I say don't hesitate, because the word is getting out. Ray, did you actually join? Because I don't see you yet. I see you say you got the emails. Kathleen, where are we at, ma'am? Kathleen. It's Saturday. What am I going to do today? So apparently it's supposed to snow some more. Yeah, I'm tired of the snow. The snow ain't even melting. The snow been on the ground for days and it's not even melting. It's just sheets of ice everywhere. Just sheets of ice. I joined by tonight. I didn't get anything to do nice. Okay. Click on the email that says Jasmine Spencer and click where it says, click on the email where it says Jasmine Spencer and then click where it says join. There should be a yellow button that says join. Let me pull it up. The second email should look like this. Where it says Jasmine Spencer invited you to join Glow Up Academy. Okay? So click on that for me. Let me see if you're inside yet. Do you see it, Ray? Okay, you're in. Let me check. Let me refresh my page. Hold on. Yes, I see you. Perfect. Okay, you are where you're supposed to be. I'm about to send you a message now. Please make sure you respond. All right. You are good. Kathleen is good. Rachel is good. Chrissy is good. Thank you, ladies, so much. I enjoyed you guys this morning. For those of you guys who joined Glow Up Academy, I'm hopping in now. You'll see me in a few minutes. For those of you guys who didn't, that was your choice, okay? Don't be getting confused when you don't understand what's going on. Very good, Ray. I'm gonna be talking to you in a few seconds. Make sure y'all follow me if you haven't already. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me on this beautiful Saturday. Have an amazing rest of your day, okay? Very good. Bye, TikTok number 2. Bye, YouTube.